What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of SmackDown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including major changes made to SmackDown, Charlotte Flair's big botch, Big E shows up on SmackDown, Undertaker set for SummerSlam, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, WrestleMania Shorts. As always, we won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, an epic fatal 4-way. The WWE's efforts to elevate the US Championship were on display last night as 4 more superstars competed in the US title invitational, and what a match it was. LA Knight, Rey Mysterio, Cameron Grimes, and Sheamus all put on an unforgettable match that included interference from current US champion Austin Theory. The LWO's Rey Mysterio got the win and faced fellow LWO faction member SANTOS ESCOBAR next week. Number 2, LWO drama, Rey vs Santos Escobar. Now that fans know Rey will battle Santos, there's plenty for the WWE Universe to get excited about. This match should have fans on the edge of their seats. 2 of the WWE's top high flyers do battle, while it also raises a question whether Santos can stay true to his babyface status. With rumors flying that the WWE intends to have a babyface Latino champion, it's certainly looking like Santos will win the match and eventually the US title belt. Number 3, the Elders have spoken. I credit the WWE with throwing a curveball at fans during last night's contract signing between the undisputed champion Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. The WWE promised that Roman would list the rules of the engagement for the match, but Jey Uso turned the title match topsy-turvy when he tore the contract up and said the match will be fought by a tribal combat. Roman's arrogant grin evaporated when Jey told him the tribal elders asked for the match, and it quickly became clear that the match is going to be about more than just the undisputed championship. It's going to be who holds the title of the tribal chief. The WWE instantly turned this into a must-see match, as fans will have to wonder what the rules entail and whether Jey is going to take Roman's spot in more ways than one. Number 4, Asuka takes out Charlotte. Watching Asuka take out Charlotte Flair after the Queen defeated Io Sky was a reminder of just how much the WWE has sharpened the Empress of Tomorrow's character, restoring her edge as a menace to anyone who crosses her path. As much as we want to see Io Sky become women's champion, we also want Asuka to enjoy a lengthy reign. Number 5, Bobby Lashley mystery. Why did Bobby Lashley meet with NXT superstars Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams? Last week's SmackDown segment, where Lashley invited the Street Profits to take a ride in his limo, fueled rumors of a new Hurt Business or even an entirely new faction. And this week's segment will only fan the flames further, as this may be only the beginning, as Lashley could be looking to recruit other wrestlers. Some superstars may turn him down, but Lashley had a great win-loss record that wrestlers, especially younger ones, would be fools not to at least entertain whatever offer the Almighty is making. Number 6, more Rock trash talking by Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller's trash talking game is amazing, but why is he constantly trashing The Rock? It's unlikely that they would ever name drop the People's Champion week after week without some sort of plan to have the two meet. It's unlikely they want to anger The Rock by having Waller use his name to further his career. Then again, wrestling fans have seen some stupid moves by WWE before. If Grayson's gab game is setting things up for a confrontation with the Great One, then this is good. If not, it's something that belongs in our downright ugly section. And always fun to hear Bayley trash Cole. Bayley's belittling of Michael Cole never gets old, and regardless of whether you're a Cole supporter or you can't stand him, the interaction between wrestling's role model and SmackDown's lead announcer never fails to entertain. But that was a good. What about the bad? Is number 1, too much Dominic? Is the WWE overexposing Dominic Mysterio? Well, he appeared on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown this week, quite the accomplishment for any wrestler. Dominic is a proven heat magnet who fans love to see get stomped, but should they be giving him this much TV time? Although the WWE's end goal seems to be boosting NXT's ratings through Dominic, it's unclear how before Dominic Mysterio's novelty wears off. Now, there was nothing downright ugly, as SmackDown provided an excellent show and didn't seem to hold anything back, despite the show airing on FS1, which has nowhere near the same audience as Fox. Rather than phoning things in, the WWE put on an A-list show, which has to have the fans feeling more appreciated. What do you guys think of SmackDown this week? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now first we looks at major changes to SmackDown. On top of today's news is a report that WWE may have had to reshuffle its SmackDown plans due to COVID. Ringside News reminded fans WWE had originally teased that Asuka's SummerSlam match confrontation would take place during the July 21st, 2023 episode of Smackdown. However, the plans changed and instead they made the announcement via post on social media. Just why the plans changed is unknown, but PW Insider's reporting the word making the rounds at SmackDown is that the reason that there were some changes to the scheduled plans tonight is that there were talents pulled for medical reasons. One version making the rounds is that there were COVID positives or talent who were at least in direct contact with someone who tested positive. Although COVID has been an anomaly since the pandemic was officially declared finished, it's still cause for concern, and if the story proves accurate, it's a reminder of how promotions need to exercise maximum caution given the wrestling industry's close confines. With SummerSlam just 2 weeks away, they can't afford to have talent sidelined for one of the promotion's biggest shows. There are other possible reasons for the plans being changed, especially with Vince McMahon sharing his wisdom with the creative, but COVID is one theory that is certain to raise eyebrows. Next up, Bad Bunny returning to WWE. A Bad Bunny's incredible street fight match against Damian Priest at Backlash is still being talked about, and according to Ringside News, there's more Bad Bunny on the way. WWE has a lot of things in the pipeline. It turns out Bad Bunny's return to the company is certainly a part of those plans. Stay tuned. Like Logan Paul, Bad Bunny is a perfect example of how to take a celebrity who is willing to put in the work to learn the grappling game and market them for maximum effect with the mainstream audience. Bunny's appearances are limited, but the WWE knows how to maximize every appearance. What do you guys think of him returning to the ring? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, will Austin Theory defend the US Championship at SummerSlam? When will Theory defend his US Championship against the winner of next week's US Championship Invitational? While SummerSlam seems like a good venue for the title match, Meltzer reported at Figure 4 Online that the match will take place on a future episode of Smackdown. Wrestling News noted, historically WWE's held title matches on Smackdown the night before a PLE. This title bout could be booked the same way. When should WWE have the US title match held? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Charlotte Flair's Big Botch. Charlotte Flair accomplished the usual last night during a match against Io Sky, defeating Miss Money in the Bank for a big W, but also scoring a big L when she botched a Hurricane Rana during the match. Now, in case you missed it, Io Sky dove off the apron to hit a Hurricane Rana to Flair, who was on the outside of the ring, only for the Queen to miscalculate and make a phantom jump from Sky. Charlotte will battle Bianca Belair and Asuka for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam, with Io Sky holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. Some fans think that the biggest party of the summer will be the ideal location to cash it in. Next up, Big E shows up at SmackDown. A PW Insider is reporting that Big E was spotted entering the building for tonight's SmackDown taping in Orlando, Florida. Inside the Ropes pointed out, Big E lives in the area and it's possible he stopped by to just say hello to many of his friends in WWE. The question of whether Big E will ever return to the ring remains unanswered, with fans happy he's doing well after an injury that could have ended his life. Nonetheless, more than a few fans are hopeful he'll be stepping back into the ring someday. And finally, The Undertaker is set for SummerSlam. Last but not least, while The Undertaker is retired, he still casts a huge shadow over the WWE, appearing at WWE events. Now, PW Insider is reporting that the Phenom will appear at SummerSlam, although as you probably suspect, it's not in a wrestling role. The Undertaker is slated to be in Detroit for SummerSlam weekend, PWInsider.com has confirmed. Of note, the WWE Hall of Famer is not slated to perform his One Dead Man show in Detroit the weekend of 4th August. Now, USA Today had an interesting theory on what Taker might be doing in Detroit when WWE comes to town. WWE is holding a tryout camp in Detroit and is likely to film material for the WWE Network, PW Insider adds. The Undertaker previously said he discussed the idea of working with future talents at the Performance Center, so it's possible he's there to help out at the tryouts. It would make sense to bring cameras to film if he's there, to make the tryouts a bigger spectacle and for potential use on the network in a documentary or other storytelling form. Now, it's always possible that Taker could appear in a backstage or even in-ring segment at SummerSlam, but they appear to keep the segments to a minimum in order to make them special when they happen. But there you have it, folks, our look at SmackDown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.